Look at these legs. And now look at these same legs just 14 days later. Less swelling, less heaviness, veins visibly calmer. And the crazy part? No surgery, no expensive creams, no painful procedures. Just 2 pillows, a wall, and 5 minutes a day. Now honestly, when I first heard about this, I thought it sounded like another fake internet miracle. But after researching the science behind circulation and testing this routine myself consistently for 2 weeks, I completely understood why simple movements like this are quietly recommended by so many circulation specialists. And one specific movement surprised me with how quickly people reported relief. I'll show you exactly how to do it in a second. But first, there's one thing about varicose veins most people never realize. Varicose veins usually don't begin as just a cosmetic issue. They often begin as a circulation issue. The veins in your legs constantly work against gravity to push blood back upward toward your heart. To do that properly, your veins rely on tiny one-way valves. But over time, especially from long hours of sitting, standing, aging, or lack of movement, those valves can weaken. And when that happens, blood starts pooling downward instead of flowing upward efficiently. That's when people begin noticing aching legs, swelling around the ankles, heaviness, throbbing at night, visible twisted veins, tired legs after standing. And here's what frustrates many people. Most treatments focus only on the surface appearance, but the real issue often starts deeper, with circulation itself. That's why some people spend hundreds on creams and still feel the exact same heaviness every evening. Now, here's where things get interesting. Researchers began noticing that certain positions and low-impact movements may temporarily support healthier blood flow in the legs. And one method kept showing up repeatedly, not because it's trendy, because mechanically, it makes sense. Before the exercises, start with this simple position first. Lie down near a wall, then place your legs upward against it. That's it. Stay there for about 2 minutes. This position may help reduce some of the constant pressure your veins deal with all day long. And for many people, this is the exact moment they suddenly notice their ankles begin feeling lighter, almost like pressure slowly draining downward. If your legs normally feel tight or heavy after work, you'll probably recognize that feeling immediately. But don't just stay still here, because the next movements are where circulation support really begins. Start by slowly spreading your legs apart, then bringing them back together gently. No fast movements, no strain. Slow control is the goal, because movements like this help activate your calf muscles, often called the body's second heart. Why? Because every time those muscles contract, they help push blood upward through the legs again. Now pull your toes slightly back toward your face. Hold for 1 second, then relax. That tiny movement creates a surprisingly strong muscle pump through the lower legs. And this is usually the moment many people notice warmth returning into their feet. Next, slowly rotate your ankles in circles. Clockwise first, then reverse. Simple movements like this may help reduce stiffness and improve mobility after long periods of standing or sitting. Now here comes the movement many people say feels the best. Slow bicycle motions in the air. Not fast, just smooth and controlled. And interestingly, this is one of the movements physical therapists frequently mention when discussing circulation support for sedentary adults. Do this for about 30 seconds, then relax. Remember, the goal here is not exhaustion, it's circulation. And honestly, this is why the routine works well for older adults too. You don't need athletic ability. You don't need expensive equipment. My nan could probably do this while complaining about the weather. And that's exactly why routines like this are easier to stay consistent with. Because consistency matters much more than intensity. Now you're probably not going to wake up tomorrow with veins magically gone. That's not realistic, but many people notice something else first. Their legs feel lighter. That heavy, full sensation begins easing, especially later in the evening. And by day 3 to 7, many people say they stand up and suddenly realize their legs don't feel as tight or exhausted anymore. That's usually the first major improvement, not appearance, comfort. Then over time, some people begin noticing less puffiness, reduced ankle swelling, calmer looking veins, less fatigue after standing. One woman described it perfectly. She said, "For the first time in years, my legs didn't feel angry at the end of the day. And honestly, That's exactly how many people describe varicose vein discomfort. Not sharp pain, just constant pressure and heaviness. But there's one mistake that ruins this for many people. They try the routine once, then stop. And circulation support doesn't come from random effort. It comes from consistency. Even 5 minutes daily is far more effective than doing 30 minutes once a week. And there's another thing many people completely ignore: hydration. Because when you're dehydrated, circulation efficiency can worsen. So if you're barely drinking water all day, your body is already working harder than it should. Simple movement, consistency, hydrate. That combination matters far more than chasing miracle cures online. Now, quick important note. If you ever experience sudden swelling in one leg, severe pain, skin discoloration, unusual warmth around a vein, don't ignore it. You should speak with a medical professional because not every vein issue is harmless. This routine is designed for mild circulation support and general varicose vein discomfort, not emergency medical conditions. But for everyday heaviness, pressure, and fatigue, simple movement really can make a noticeable difference, sometimes much faster than people expect. So tonight, before bed, try this routine for just 5 minutes and pay attention to how your legs feel afterward. Because sometimes the biggest improvements don't begin with expensive treatments. They begin with helping your circulation work the way it was supposed to in the first place. If you found this helpful, subscribe for more simple science-backed health tips designed for real people, not fitness influencers. And if you try this tonight, let me know in the comments what your legs felt like afterward.